Alright, just a little shrimp tank update. I'm still waiting for my new filter. I do have a sponge filter coming in the mail. It should be here this week. That's my little LED light. There was one that goes on the top too, but I usually just keep it off to the side. It's not as bright as that one. So I replaced my fake plant with an Amazon sword and a nano, I forgot what it's called. But that pretty one right there. So that plant and the two swords back there are real. I actually put a little algae wafer there for the snail, but the shrimp found it first. There's my little nearite snail doing his thing. He's done a fantastic job. Oh, there's the red. I was wondering where she went. She's I can zoom in on her. What? Yeah, you're right here. Oh no, wait, that's why I can't. That's a reflection. My bad. She's right there on the heater. But yeah, as you can see, I redid the tank a bit. I kind of gave them, I guess, a better hiding area. Put all the moss on the one side there. Kind of spread it out, but kind of tucked it over there. So there's some inside there too. Inside their little hidey area. Got the two or I guess there's three, because there's two Amazon sword plants. It came with two, so got those. That, the moss. So guys, one of these guys was really red the other day. Now it's lightened up again. It's like they're changing colors. And of course my pothos ivy growing in, and those are the roots. So the tank itself is going really well. I'm really enjoy watching these guys do their thing. I love the red shrimp in the back. She's so vibrant and colorful. But yeah, there's my little shrimp. I'm still unsure. I can't tell if she has eggs or not, but either way, I did get a new heater for the tank also, because the other heater was barely keeping the tank at 72. Like, on a warm day it would reach 72, but once the temperature dropped it was in the 60s, and it's getting colder. This was, it's right in the middle of winter, so for the winter I went ahead and switched my 5-watt heater out with a 10-watt. And so far it's keeping the tank at about 78-ish. Now on the warmer days it does get up to 80, and it's only on the warm days, which we're not having too many of those right now, but on these cold days like right now it's keeping it at about 77, 78, so that's got to be a little better for them. Oh, there's a good shot of Gary. I know I'm original, I named my snail Gary. But he is a little horned nearite snail. And he's done, I don't know if you guys seen my tank before, it was just getting totally covered with algae, and that's why I got the snail. And I didn't do anything to it. I didn't clean the glass, I didn't scrub anything off, I just let him do it, and it took a couple days because he's all by himself, but look how white he's got that rock. He's done a great job. But yeah, there's my update. Everything's doing well. Everything's very stable. I'm very happy with it. I'm looking forward to getting that filter. I'm a little nervous switching the filter out, because as you can see, I've got, like just regular cotton wrapped around that one. That's not doing too well anyway, to help keep the shrimp from getting sucked up in it. And yeah, the sponge filter, I ordered it actually back in October, but it was from a very, very cheap site, and it was like $2. It had great reviews, wonderful reviews, hundreds and hundreds of wonderful reviews. That takes a while to get it, but it works great, good quality, and all that fun stuff. And I was patient because I was still setting stuff up, so 2 months later it should finally be here somewhere between now and the 28th. So I'm a little nervous switching that out, because that's a big bio load for the tank itself, is the filter. That's where a lot of the bacteria is, especially after taking that fabric plant out and putting the real plants in. So it should still be a few days, so the tank's got a few more days to get settled. I know shrimp aren't a huge bio load, neither is the snail. I almost kind of want to get a little guppy or two in there from the lake before it freezes over, just to add to the little bio load and let it do its thing. But I think I'm just going to keep it like this. Keep it simple, keep the shrimp. If she has babies, I read that they could have up to 30 babies, so I do have somewhere that the babies can go so my tank doesn't get overpopulated. So that's fine. If she has all the babies she wants, I do have some place they can go. It won't, not culling them, they're not going to die. They will go to somebody else who we can, you know, do stuff with them. But yeah, so this is my little 1.5 gallon nano, apparently now it's a live planted little shrimp tank. And right now there's only 4 shrimp. I thought there was 5 last time, but no, I made a really good count. There is 4 that survived out of my 10 from when I first tried this, but it was a lot of trial and error, and that's why I got the cherry shrimp, is because I needed something small, I needed something hardy, and I needed to learn what I was doing. So I think we're very much stable for the last couple weeks. These guys all seem to be doing really well. They seem to be thriving. I don't feed them as often as I once thought I was supposed to. Well, I do a little now because it looks like the tank's been pretty cleaned by the snail, so I give them just a pellet, sometimes 2 of their shrimp pellets. And tonight they're having that little piece of an algae wafer. Just a little veggie bite. I just break a little piece off. I mostly did it, like I said, for the snail, because I don't think there's too much left in there for that snail to eat. Every now and then I'll give them a bedded pellet. They seem to like that too. But for the most part, they do get the shrimp and lobster pellets, which are those right there. I did order mineral stones on Amazon tonight when I was doing my Christmas shopping, because I wanted to get everybody's Christmas gifts ordered and sent out. So that's all done, and I got myself a little something, which, well, it's more for the shrimp. And I'm going to give them a mineral stone after I read more about them to make sure it's not going to mess anything up too much in such a tiny tank, but it should be fine from what I've read so far. So I'll give them 1 or 2 of those to help with the calcium and all that stuff. But yeah, 1.5 gallon little nano planted shrimp tank. So far everything's going great. It's been a couple weeks, so what is today? Today is Thanksgiving, 2017. So we'll check back in a couple weeks and see how everything's going. There goes shrimp tank. Doo, doo, doo.